I was originally going to do a video on something else entirely, but this just dropped on my Facebook feed and now I can't unsee it. I honestly don't know what the heck our game developers are up to these days with all this woke stuff. I mean, really, you're developing games for gamers. If it's a new IP, make it interesting. If it's an old, established IP, stay true to its core and make a game that pleases the fans. But more and more we see developers trying to pander to social justice crowd by giving in to their demands. When are these game developers going to realize that these woke gamers are not buying your games, and even if they are, they're not staying for the long run? I honestly don't know where to start, okay? Somebody shared this article from one angry gamer titled NetherRealm confirms Mortal Kombat 11 won't have sexy items, were purposefully desexualized. Way to go, asshats! Piss on the fanbase and expect them to treat it like Golden Rain. NetherRealm has confirmed that there will be no sexy, scantily clad items for the females in Mortal Kombat 11. The female characters were purposefully desexualized according to NetherRealm Studios. Speaking with Polygon, Steve Barron, NetherRealm's art director, confirmed to the outlet that the game went through an intentional design change. Polygon prefaced Barron's comments by saying, Barron says his team has taken a more measured approach with the art direction in Mortal Kombat 11. That's especially true of the game's female fighters. You know what? I don't exactly play Mortal Kombat for the hot chicks. I play for the fatalities. Having said that, there are some attributes and costumes that are iconic to certain characters, and if those properties didn't change in the last 25 years, why change them now? It doesn't make sense. It really looks like they are trying to pander to the social justice warrior crowd, and the reviewers who may mark the game down because it features a sexy woman. Case in point, the Dead or Alive 6 review. My goodness, I can't believe that guy got paid for writing that review. And here I am, I'm making these YouTube videos and I'm not even getting paid for it. And I'm doing a better job than him as well. Many gamers pointed out that it seemed odd that the women were so covered up in Mortal Kombat 11 compared to the 25-year history of NetherRealm indulging in creating scantily clad femme fatales. Well, after lots of debates over the subject matter, Barron confirmed to Polygon that the choice to desexualize the female characters was quite deliberate, saying, Our character lead, Brendan George, has been a breath of fresh air of just introducing new ideas. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that guy Brendan George is a fan of Anita Sarkeesian. Our design is just getting more mature and respectful. More mature and respectful? Did they just try to imply that having sexualized female characters in video games is immature and disrespectful? Is that what he's trying to imply? Or is he trying to imply that if I happen to enjoy a game that has a woman in sexy clothes, would that make me come across as immature and disrespectful? See, now I'm feeling disrespected here, and now I will not be giving you my money. I would rather give it to a hooker and get 5 minutes of undisputed pleasure than to give it to you lot now. At least she'll pretend to love and respect me. You lot ain't even doing that. I can't understand the logic behind it. What's the whole point? If NetherRealm was like, yeah, we're going for a more grittier feel of the game, that's why we are removing those sexy outfits for women because it doesn't fit the tone of the story we're trying to tell, but you can download those costumes later and change them, people like myself would have been like, yeah, you know what, that's fine. It's understandable, but as far as I'm aware, you can't even download the classic outfits either. They might do a complete 180 on it when they realize the game is not doing as hot as they hoped it would, but until then, no classic outfits to download. You're not going to be wearing a bikini to a fight. You're not going to be showing so much skin. I think it's just what the game is about. You're going in to fight for your life. You're not going to be wearing such scantily clad items. I'm sure that will disappoint some fans. We don't have bathing suit fighters, and I think that's fine. If people are disappointed, I don't regret making that change by any means. So in other words, you have no regrets for pissing on the fans. You know who else did that in recent memory? EA! With Battlefield Respect My Vagina. They came out and said the same kind of thing, and we all know what happened to that game. It went on sale so early that it wasn't even funny. True, it faced stiff competition from games like Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty 4, and many games that came out in that season. I've already made a video on that before. If you want to check it out, link will be in the description box below. But that was an EA game. I'm sorry to say this, but NetherRealm, you're not EA. You don't have that kind of money. There is stupid money, and then there is EA money that they like to throw around at the studios. If a game underperforms, EA just shuts down the studio. Take a look at the performance of Battlefield Vagina and the dire state of Anthem. Fast forward to March 2019 and EA fired 300 plus employees? That's more than 300 people who are jobless now because someone at DICE thought it would be a good idea to say to fans that if they don't like what they see, they shouldn't buy it. And we all know what happened after that. And as for BioWare, they brought in Anita Sarkeesian to give them advice on Anthem. They brought in Anita Sarkeesian, a woman who raised money on Kickstarter to make a series on YouTube that took her years to complete. And when the videos did come out, a lot of gaming footage was taken off from other YouTubers without their consent. BioWare brought in that woman to help them with an online shared world looter shooter. What kind of credentials does she have that qualifies her, to give advice to BioWare on the game design? If they had brought in someone, who worked on titles like Destiny or The Division, it would have made sense. But Anita Sarkeesian, the moment I heard that, I knew Anthem was going to bomb. They had no idea what they were doing with the game and how they were going to do it. But you know what? If that's the road NetherRealm is trying to take, then it's their choice. People like myself are just going to take our business elsewhere. Seriously, if I was working at NetherRealm right now as a business performance manager or something, I'd be shitting bricks. I'll be freaking out. I'll be like, get Ed Boon in here right now, yo. Sort this out. We're not going to be pulling off an EA. I would be pulling my hair out right now. The problem is, fighting game genre is slowly dying. More and more developers are going for game designs that allows them to monetize their games. Having said that, I sincerely doubt creating a fighting game is as complicated as creating a shared open world looter shooter like Anthem. I don't know, dude. I'm just saying that even the die-hard fans don't purchase Mortal Kombat 11, it might yield enough profit for NetherRealm to not give a damn. They might carry on doing what they did now and other studios may follow suit. I don't want the game to underperform and I don't want the studio to close down, but I can't root for a game studio that is making a terrible business decision and is practically shaming me for asking for classic outfits to be included in the game. Moral of the story is, you don't piss on the fans. They are the ones that were with you when the game series was in its infancy. They stood by your series through thick and thin. Only for you to turn around and say that it's okay if you disappoint your fans? It kind of makes me wonder if you're making the game for the fans to begin with. Take a look at Resident Evil 2. It was a game made for the fans, and it performed exceptionally well. Obviously, NetherRealm is going in a completely different direction, which is kind of surprising when you consider that the game is developed for mature audiences. Mortal Kombat has always been over the top with its depiction of violence. It never took itself seriously. So if you're going for a more darker tone, it's fine with me. But it doesn't make any kind of sense that you're keeping the over the top nature of the violence in the game, but you're doing away with the over-the-top nature of the characters and how they are represented in the game. I give up, dude. You know what? I'm gonna try and make my own game. I won't. It won't be easy for me, but at least it will be a start. And hopefully, I'll make my own game studio where I will make games for the fans rather than the always offended SJW crowd. Right, that's enough from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel because it will only make my voice louder, my channel stronger, and my dick harder. Peace out, people, and stay awesome.